Hello, Wildfire. Draven's voice echoed through my mind as I stared into his storm-gray eyes. Wildfire. I inhaled deeply, swallowing the word down, lodging it more completely into my being. It felt like more than a nickname after all that had happened. It felt like a calling, an answer to a question I'd been too afraid to ask until this moment. I was burning, tingling inside and out, my mind restless, filled with both too many answers and too many questions. The tower of ascension we stood in, which had once seemed so large and imposing, suddenly felt far too small to contain all I had become, all I was on the cusp of becoming. I led the way to the door, Draven following closely behind. The two of us stepped side by side into the hazy, magic-filled air of the middle heavens. This air had changed, too. I'd once found it oppressively heavy, but now it only made me feel stronger, more alive as I breathed it in, like a warm breeze lifting the sails of a ship. In the polished marble surrounding the tower's base, I caught another glimpse of my reflection, a clearer glimpse, and I gasped. The burn scars on my face and neck remained, outlines branded in place by an accidental fire I'd set years ago. But now they were different. No longer scars, not signs of the trouble I'd caused, but signs of magic I'd earned. For with every step I took, they were transforming into the same sort of brilliantly glowing marks I'd seen on Draven's skin when he accessed the deeper wells of his magic. Not proof of my mistakes, but proof of my power. I was power. I was a flame, bright and blazing a new path forward. And I was fast. In the blink of an eye, I climbed the sloping hill leading away from the tower, coming to a stop at the top ridge and glaring into the distance. Far away from where I stood, a group of elves was fleeing. What remained of the faction led by Andrel, who had launched an assault on this divine realm and attempted to destabilize it, for reasons I was still trying to make sense of. Fury screamed between my ears as I thought of what they'd done. A warm, needling sensation swept over my arm. I glanced down and saw more marks like the ones on my face, spreading over more of my skin. Bits of glowing molten magic snaked along my forearms and dripped like blood from my fingertips. When I flexed my hands, attempting to contain and control the power, the liquefied fire blazed bolder for an instant before turning to smoke. Plumes of that smoke whipped around my body, weaving amongst the sparks and embers and turning me into a moving, breathing firestorm.